You on the show. 713-780-3776. I will take people's thoughts on the upcoming World Cup in Houston. How do you feel about it? Yes, the tickets are very expensive. I don't think there's any question about that. And that led to some interaction in recent times where Tim Weah was asked a question. And by the way, this has nothing to do with Tim Weah or anything that he has done wrong. But Tim Weah responded to a question about high ticket prices. Yeah, it's kind of a loaded question. Everybody knows that ticket prices are high. That's a whole nother discussion. We can get into that. 713-780-3776. But Mauricio Pochettino was asked about it in a press conference. And he said something along the lines that, we don't need to be worried as players about ticket prices. We need to be focused on the task at hand. Those aren't the words he used. That's me paraphrasing. Okay, so this was simply a coach taking a moment to reboot and make a statement about focus on an upcoming World Cup. That is going to be a seminal moment for the United States, an opportunity that's not going to come around again in a long time. With a good roster, with a coach that's got a little bit more of an autocratic nature to him. And you would not believe how many people missed that this was just a coach sending a message to his entire team through the media. Now, you can debate whether you like a coach to do something through the media or not. But he was asked the question just like Tim Weah was. And he basically said, yeah, it's not up to us to worry about the ticket prices. So all of a sudden, I'm getting on Twitter all these, he's in bed with Johnny Infantino and he's with FIFA. And, I think you missed the moment here. Oh, what's he going to do next? Tell Tim Weah he can't buy a car or a house? He's not censoring the guy. He's taking a moment to remind his team that there is a task at hand, and it's getting closer and closer. What did I say? It's only 125 days away from the World Cup, and he's taking every moment he can to remind his team that they are on a mission, and that mission is only going to be accomplished with the collective. And for sure, he doesn't want people worrying about ticket prices and or really talking about it, quite frankly. And he's the coach. By the way, talk about ticket prices, you may not go to the World Cup. Let's follow the leader here. I like Pochettino. I liked him from the start. I was not ready to bash him. I know everybody had their takes on him. Even Bruce Arenas said you can't have a foreign coach. All that kind of rhetoric. I think he's got a pretty tight-knit group right now. It seems like they're all on the same page. They got huge games coming up when it comes to friendlies with Belgium. Who else do they have? They've got Belgium. They got a bunch of really, really good games. They got Germany and Chicago. I'm missing one. Belgium, Spain, maybe. So they got the perfect 3 games, I think, heading into the World Cup. We've seen better performances. And he's going to be able to probably go a little deeper tactically in these 3 games. And we're going to need good games against that good competition. But, boy, that's great preparation as a host nation going into a World Cup. So I don't have any problem with what Mauricio Pochettino. You may. I don't. 713-780-3776. In fact, that's what I signed up for. I signed up for a coach, non-kumbaya, that wants to get it done, that wants to take us to a tournament. Now, again, you may believe in using the press or not to motivate. I mean, he was in a press conference. I thought it was a stroke of brilliance, personally. And I know a lot of coaches wouldn't do it that way. 713-780-3776. 713-780-3776 is the number. Do you agree with the way Mauricio Pochettino handled that or not? And I got a whole bunch of reaction to it. Let's see. I could read a few of them here. Let's see. I got to scroll back down a little bit because we had a lot of talk about the Dynamo Academy too, which we can talk about tonight here. Wow, There's a lot of academy stuff here. I got to get past all this. By the way, that's a hot topic, right? Talking about player development, academy, players in Houston, our history of developing pros here, which, we're not seeing a lot of them get to the first team, but I don't want to get into that right now. So where are some of these? Here we go. Anyway, a lot of it was just around, Tim Weah can talk about what he wants. It's not going to affect anything. Again, I think you just missed a manager, whether you agree in the way it was done or not, sending a message to his team that our focus is on playing football, our focus is on achievement, our focus is on competition, and our focus is on team and getting it done as a collective. And he's made that very, very clear. And you have seen in the last games that they played very well, you have seen a team that is unified, supporting each other. And if you don't have that kind of attitude, you're not going to make the World Cup roster, the final roster. 713-780-3776 is the number here tonight. Shout out to Senate Avenue Brewing, Slip Sliders, Cactus Music, Lamont Brands, Hugh O'Connor's Pub, legendary Nico's Greek and American Cafe, lsse.net. Thank you very much for all your support of this show. And again, next Tuesday we'll be live at Senate Avenue Brewing in Jersey Village, and looking forward to seeing you all on Tuesday night. I got one of the hats up here. I don't know if you can see it online at YouTube.